Hello everyone. In this video I will be discussing the project 2. So I'll start by opening 3D Max and then I'll open the PDF file as well so we can check both of them together and follow the steps for the animation. So in the project you have 3 parts. The first one is how to model the how to do the animation for the for the walkthrough camera. And then you have the walkthrough for the interior, and then we have the animation part for the interior, which is how to open and close the doors using auto key and set key. So this is the 3D Max. Let me just put them next to each other and then we can start working. So this is the PDF that for the brief for the project. So the first step is to open 3D Max archive file named project 2. So I already opened it and I opened the 3D Max inside the archive. Then create a walkthrough that goes around the building to showcase the entire building from outside. Please note that the duration of the walkthrough should be 20 seconds. The height of the walkthrough needs to match the average eye height of a person. Add your own physical camera and change its settings to suit your scene. So the first thing I will do before I start anything with the camera is change the frames to be a total of 20 seconds. So we said that we need 30 frames per second. So 20 by 30 is 600. So I will go here to time configuration. So what I told you in the section is to add the frame count here, which will give you a total of 600. But when you do this, the end time will be 599, not 600. So this is because the frames are 600, the start time is 0 and the end time is 599, so 0 is counted as one frame. Okay, so this is what I told you in the section. But for now, what I prefer that you do is to add it here. So all sections will be the same. When we correct the files, we will not have this issue. So just keep in mind that you change the frame from here. So the frame count total would be 601, which will not affect your video. If you're doing a video, one frame is like one of 30 parts of a second. So that's fine. So just make sure that you do it here and then click on OK. So now we have 600 frames. So we'll start with the physical camera. So I'll go to the top view, so it will allow me to view the exterior from all sides. So I will add a camera, physical camera. Let's say it will start from here to the center of the building. Okay, and then I will go to modify, change the width, length, and so on. So what I will do in this case, I will click on C, which will open the camera view. Then don't forget to do this Shift and F, which will enable save frame. Save frame means that this is the part that will show in your render. Okay, without it, for example, you can see other parts of the building. So even if I move the camera to the top, now I can see this window, but if I click on Shift and F, it won't be visible, the full window, it won't be visible in the render. So always make sure you click on Shift and F. Then don't forget to change the width. So usually what we do is 50 to 30 or 45 to 35. So when you're done, if it's okay, you can move to the next step. So don't forget to change as well the settings for the lighting, which will be 1 per second for the type of the shutter speed, and then the duration is 1 to 100. Again, for the exposure, you will click here on manual and then you change it to 800. The white balance is daylight. You can keep it as it is, or you can click on custom, so you won't change anything in the lightings of the scene, so it will follow exactly the lights without making it warmer or cooler. Okay, so that's it for the camera for now. We'll start with the next step, which is creating the walkthrough. So for a walkthrough, we need the camera and we need the path. So I will start with the path. As I told you before, you can choose line, you can choose circle, you can choose ellipse, that's up to you. But at the end, the thing that we need is a full closed line. Okay, it's not supposed to be open. So for example, if I click on line and then change this initial type to smooth and start clicking, so I will add these points around the building for the camera to move on for this line. But if you stop it here, okay, the camera will move from here to this point. So this means it's not 360. It will not go around the whole building, okay, which is the required thing from you to do. And even if you move it this way, it wouldn't be smooth. So what I would recommend you to do is when you're done with the line, okay, let me just repeat it all again, which would be easier for you. So you can start with the line and then you can click wherever you want to create the shape. When you're done, you need to click here and then click on close SP line. So when I click on yes, it will be one line. And of course, you can modify the points for the line to be as what you want. So this is one way. The other way is, which is faster for me. So if you have this like in an exam or before juries, and instead of wasting time with the line, you can just click on circle and that's it. And even if you want it to be bigger or smaller, instead of changing the settings inside SP-Line, you can just control the radius. One more thing I would do here, I will go to Interpolation, and you can see here that we have these lines, these small angles in the line itself. So for any SP-Line, not just circle, for any SP-Line, as we mentioned before, you just click on Adaptive and it will make it smoother. Okay, so this is something that would be useful for you when you're working. So now I have the circle, I have the camera, and let's go to the walkthrough assistant. So I will select the camera, go to animation, and then walkthrough assistant. Okay, so this window will be open. Then what I will do, I already selected the camera, so I just need to click on pick path and select the path. Okay, so what happened now, the camera moved around the path. Okay, why the lines change here? So see, when I click here on pick path, you can see that the lines changed. Why did this happen? This is because I already moved the camera and the target before. So what I prefer to do usually in the front view, I don't move anything like the camera, I'll keep it on Z axis on 0 and then the target the same. Okay, now when I go back to the top view, select this camera and select pick path and select this. Okay, I wouldn't have any issues with the target or with the camera. You can see that it's still on the ground, but you're required to move it so it will match the average eye height of a person. So you can either select both the camera target and the target plus the path and move them up, or as we said before, you can just click on move path to eye level and then select the eye level that you want. But again, if you move the path here, the target you would need to move the target as well. So for example, here I will keep this as 165, then I will select this target and change it to 165. Okay, so this is basically what I do from the beginning. I don't move the camera up, I just add the camera to the scene, add the circle, do this, and after I'm done with the eye level from the walkthrough, then I will just move the target up and that's it. You will have the camera in the right place. Now I need to make sure that the camera is or the building is still viewable from the camera. I can see the whole building, so I will just click on C, select my camera, and then I can see that I cannot see the upper part. So what I will do, select the circle, make it bigger. That's it. This is more than enough. Now when I click on play, I can see the building. If you want to view this part as well, so again, make sure that you make it bigger. Okay, so that's it. This is because the requirement is for the camera to be at eye level, so this is 165. Otherwise, if you're working on your projects for design or any other projects later on, you can move it to 200, 250 if the view is okay. Otherwise, you can keep it as it is. Another thing you can do, you can keep it as 165. You can keep it near and you can move the target only up. So it's like you're standing in front of the building, but instead of looking straight forward, you're looking a little bit up. So this is a possibility. So I'll show you what I mean. But for the steps for the project, this is what is required from you so far. So the other option that I told you about is I will keep the camera closed. So let's say this is 200 or sorry 2000. So it is closer to the building, okay? But I cannot see the upper part. So what I will do is I will click here and then click on select camera target. It will select the target, but it's easier to select it from here instead of going to the top of view again, selecting the target and then and so on. So this is easier. And then let's go back. You can move it this way. Okay. So again, this is not part of your project. This is just for you to know in case you need this in the future. So what happened now is the camera is facing the building, but the target is a little bit up. And even you can see that here, the edges of the building are not straight. Okay, so you will see the building. Let me just take it up more. Okay, so you can see the building, but it's not straight to view. Okay, so one more thing you can do in this case, if you're using this method, you can go to select camera, and then from the camera here we have another option that is useful as well, which is in perspective control. We have the tilt correction and lens shift. So I will click on auto vertical tilt. You will see that the lines, now if I remove them, you will see that the vertical lines are instead of going in an angle, they will be straight 90 degrees. Okay, so I will click on it again. I think it's already set, so it wouldn't change now, but it will make them all 90 degrees. Okay, so this would make the view a bit more realistic or more presentable. Okay, so now I have this building. Again, these extra steps that I did now, this is just for your information. It's not part of the project. So going back to point number 2 here, we already did the walkthrough. It showcases the entire building from outside. The duration is 20 seconds and then the height is matched to the eye level. And we've added the camera and changed the settings as well to suit our scene. So we're done with number 2. Now we can move to number 3, which is create a walkthrough through the entire 3 floors of the building. You will be judged on your setting in the 3D Max file, but you do not have to save the AVI MOV. Okay, so we will just do it in the 3D Max. We will not render it. The walkthrough should take the following path in order. So start from the platform in front of the entrance sliding door on the right side of the building. So let's go, which is this one. Okay, so now this is the building and this is the sliding door or the entrance to the building. So it will start from here and then it will go through all the spaces in the ground floor, go up the stairs to the first floor, view all the spaces, then go to the second floor and do the same. Please note that you have to move the camera in a logical manner, add your own physical camera and change its settings to suit your scene. Okay, so again we're doing the walkthrough, but this time the walkthrough is for the interior. So we need again 2 things. We need the camera and we need the path. So let's start with the camera. So I'll go to the top view. I'll just move the slider to 0 so I would be on the safe side. And then I will select physical camera and click. We need to start from this sliding door. So let's say I will place it here. Because it will follow a path and it's not showcasing the building itself from outside, because it's an interior walkthrough, I don't need the target. So the settings now are already the same. I don't need to change anything, but the only thing I need to change is the target. So I remove the target, again click on C, F3, and you can move it now to 165, or you can keep it as it is and then change it from the walkthrough assistant. This is up to you. So now I can see the sliding door, but still I cannot see it completely. So what I will do, I will just zoom out a little bit. So at least it is presentable. I can see that we have a step here. So we can start from the step going inside to all the spaces. Okay, so let's start from here. Now let's draw the line and go through all the spaces. So what I will do, I will hide the first and the second floor just to see what do we have in the ground floor, and then we can continue. So I will select everything up to here, then Alt and remove everything up to here. So if I selected anything from the ground floor, it won't be selected, and I will remove the camera as well. Okay, so right click, hide selection. Let's go to the top view now and view the spaces. So I think we have the ceiling here. Let me just hide it. Okay, so it is all one object, but that's fine. You can see what's happening here. So this is the sliding door. After you enter the sliding door, you have this kind of room here, and then you can enter either from here or from here. So what I will do, I will go through all these spaces, and then I can enter from here, for example, and then you can go here to this part and then go back, and then you can view these areas. So basically you will take the line wherever you want. For now I will just do a quick line. Hopefully you would understand the idea behind it, and then you can apply it to whatever you want to do. So I'll go to shapes, from create shapes line. Now you have two options here. You have initial type and drag type. So initial is when you just click and then click and then click. These points will be either corner or smooth. This is up to you. Then for the drag type, you can click and drag. So I will not just click and remove my hand from the mouse. No, I will click and keep my finger on the mouse. So it will be I'm still clicking. Okay, and then I will drag my mouse. I'll move it. So this will give you either corner, smooth, or bezier. Again, these settings, you will select them. You will choose them to help you. So if you're working with a line with a corner and smooth parts, I can select corner for the initial type and then smooth for the drag type. So this, what this will do is when I click, I will get corner lines. But without breaking this line, I can click and drag to get a smooth line. Okay, and then when I click again, I will get corners. Click and drag, again, I'm having smooth lines. Okay, so you can change the settings here according to what you want. What I will do now, I will just keep it as smooth, and then we can change it later on. So I will start from here, since the camera is already from here. And then let me just make it F3 so I can view it. So I will enter from this door because I will open this door later. So I will enter here, and then let's say I'll go to this side, and then I will enter from here, or even if you want, you can enter from this since you will be opening it. So let's say I will open from here. Again, you can take a lock or inside here and then come back to this side. Again, this is another possibility that some of you did. And then I will go here to this door. And see how I'm moving the point. I'm not just clicking anywhere because I want the line to be smooth with no small corners that will make the camera turn quickly. Okay, so I will click here So in this room I can take turn here, for example, here, and then I will go back outside, and let's come back to this side, and then we can continue here. Then we'll go through this part. I think there was something here, so I'll just keep the line for now, then we can modify it. So I'm going through the furniture pieces. Yeah, we can stop, for example, here, and then here, and we can go back to the stairs. Okay, and then from here we will go up to the next floor. We will continue doing this on the first floor, but for now I'll just close it, then we can connect all the lines together. Okay, so I will click on one, which will open the vertex part. So this is line or SP line. You have vertex, segment, and SP line editing. So what I will do, I can either click on vertex or segment or SP line here, or what you can do is click on 1 to open vertex, 2 to open segments, and 3 for SP line. So this would be helpful for you even in edit poly. 1 will open vertex, 2 will open the edges, 3 for borders, 4 for polygon, and 5 for the object itself, or the fifth option. I'm sorry, I don't remember the name of it now. But if you use the keyboard shortcuts, that would be much easier than, or much effective in terms of time. It would be faster for you, instead of every time going here to modify and then select vertex and then come back and change it and then go back and close it and then go back to create. So even if you're done, you're in create, you already did the line, I just click on escape, so I wouldn't start another line. So for example, now I'm drawing this line, I'm done. So I click on escape and then escape again to close this line. And then just click on 1. It will automatically go to vertex. So no need to waste time in going here and then going here and then coming back. Okay. So this is another thing that I noticed some of you are doing. So just keep this in mind, please. So now we can modify the lines. So for example, this corner is a bit harsh. So I will just go here to Bezier and make it wider. So this will make the camera movement more smooth, and it will move better. Okay, and then again here for the stair, I don't want it to go this way, so I change this to Bezier so I can control the angle. So it will be here, and then again I can change this one to Bezier and make this smaller. Okay, so I think we're done for now. Then we can modify it later on when you're working on the animation itself. So for example, I can move this here a bit and then this one a little bit here just to make this smoother. Don't forget to click on Interpolation and Adaptive, so it would be again smoother the line. So I think I'm done. The only thing I need to do is for the levels here, I will change it now because I have 3 levels. So instead of changing it from walkthrough assistant, which might be confusing a little bit. So what I will do here, I will just change this one to 165. Okay. Now I have it here with the camera as well. Then what I need to do is move this line for the stairs up. So click on 1. Okay, I will go to the front or to the left view. It might be easier to view it. And I will move it up to this point, which is the stair itself. And then I will click here and add in the y-axis 165. I'm doing it from the y-axis, not the z-axis, because I'm in the left view. If you're in orthographic or like in perspective, you will add it in the z-axis. Okay, so this is 165. So this means that the levels now are the same for the ground floor and for the top floor, okay, or the first floor. Okay, so you can control it from here depending on the size. Again, you go here, right click and then 165. I think that the first floor is a bit lower than the ground floor. So later on when you're working, you can modify this. But for now, we'll keep it as it is. You can start the walkthrough from now, or you can do the lines for the first floor now. What I will do the walkthrough. I will check the ground floor, make sure that everything is fine. Then I will move to the first floor. So I will go to animation, walkthrough assistant, select the camera. Again, these cameras I've already told you before, you can rename them. So instead of physical camera 1 and physical camera 2, you can change the name. So for example, when I click here, you can change this to interior walkthrough, for example. Okay, and then the same thing for the exterior one, which is this one. I think it's hidden, but you can change it to exterior. So this would help you select the camera when you want to view it. It would be easier for you. So I will go to interior and then pick path and select this line. So now the camera is following the line. I will remove the move path to eye level because we already did that. And then I need to change the turn head. So I needed to follow the path. So it's already here. It's already following the path. Let me just check what will happen. If I remove this, it will follow it. It will not follow it exactly as I want. So I will keep follow path. But then when I come here, I can click on center. So center will look at the path as it is, and it will not turn left or right. In the exterior part, sorry, I will just move back to the exterior for a minute. Let me just unhide all. So in the exterior, we added the target. So I told you as well in the class that you can remove the target. But what you need to do here, and if you do this, what will happen is it wouldn't go around the building. So it wouldn't change this way. Now, because we already added the target, it is going this way. But usually what will happen is it will be, okay, sorry. I'm selecting the interior one. So interior is centered. Let's go to exterior. Exterior is already targeted, so I'll move it. Okay, so now we don't have the target for the exterior. So usually it will be this way for the exterior. Okay, so you will not view the building. Let me just open it. You will not view the building at all. So one of the things that I told you in the class, if you don't want to add a target, you need to change the turn head here. So you will change it, for example, to here. Okay, so now you're turning your head 90 degrees to this side. Okay, now when you click or when you move the animation, you will see that it's moving along the path and it's always viewing the building. Okay, so this is one way to do it. So again, you can either select target or you can select turn head. Both ways are correct, both ways are fine. So let's go back to the interior. I'll just close this one for now. Click on C and then let's start moving the animation. So it will enter from here and then it will go to this side and enter, and then it will move here. Here I think we have a step or something, and it will move inside to this room, and then it will go back and we will move here and this, and then to this side. So you can see that we don't have any quick turns. It's just moving between the furniture. But see this part, I don't really like it. There is something wrong with it. So what I will do, I'll make the line a bit shorter. Okay. And also you can see that the camera is too close to the walls. So what I need to do is to change a little bit. So let's say if I'm here, I will change the width a little bit. I'll make it, let's say 70. But I need to check everything again. I need to make sure that everything is fine. If the view is not fine, and you can see here, that the chairs are a bit stretched. So I need to go back to let's say 60. I think this is better, but then we need to modify the line to get the correct view that you want. So let's start from the beginning. So from here to here, this is fine, and then the turn here again, it is okay, but then inside this room it's too close to the walls. So let's go to the top of view, and I'm moving the frames here, so, and I'll keep it as 151, so I can see the line. I know where it is and where is it, where I am. So when I move the vertices, it will be easier for me. So instead of keeping the vertices this close to the wall, I'll just move them here, and I can maybe I can even delete one of them. So I'll keep this one and delete this one. So now it's a bit better. Let's close the line, go again to C, interior, F3, and see what will happen. So we're entering the room here, and then we're viewing the walls. I can still see parts of flooring and ceiling. So this is a bit better than before. And then we'll go out. Still it is fine. And then we come here to this side. Again, it's okay. I can see the view. Here it might need a bit of change, but again, that's fine. But here I don't like it, because instead of looking at the furniture, I'm looking at the wall, and then I'm looking at this wall, and then I'm too close to the stair. So let's go back to this part. Go back to the top view, 1 for vertices, because we already selected the line. Let's modify this part. So we came here, and then I want this to move a little bit to this side. This one as well, I can move it like this. And then for this one, and instead of going all the way there, I can stop it. Let's try this, and then we'll change it back. Okay, it is not normal that I will go over the table, but it is possible that I'm standing here and I'm turning my head around. So I will just check these from the camera view. If they are okay, I will delete even this one, no need for it. And then change this one to Bezier and stretch the arms here, and that's it. So let's view this, and then if it wasn't okay, we can change it back to whatever we want. So again, I will go to C, interior, and F3, and then let's see the view now. So okay, I'm viewing the wall. I can see the accessories on the sofa. Here it's a bit close to the wall, but I can change it. But then I can see the setting area, and it is a bit better, but still I need some adjusting. So I'll go back. So let me just open the camera again. I just want to see where I stopped at the beginning, which part was not okay. So yeah, for here it's fine, then here it's too close. So I need to change this point. Let's go to the top view and check. Yeah, so for this point, let's change it to Bezier again, and then I can make it this way. So the camera would turn, and then I will change this one to this side. And even I think I need to take it a little bit to outside, so I can view the setting area. So, and let's change this here, and change this a little bit to this side, maybe. So let's view it, and then we'll come back and modify it. So here, okay, now it's a bit better. Still, it is close, so I need to move it a little bit, but the view for the furniture is a bit better. So let's go back. I think what I will do is I will delete this point, keep this one only, and I'll make it here. And sorry, I need to click on these two sides, change it this way, but then I need to move this to this side. Let me just try. If it doesn't work, I will change it back. So yeah, So I think this is a bit better. And then I need to move this to this side a little bit. This one here. And this one again, I need to change it to Bezier and control it a bit more. So let's go to the camera again. So as you can see, I'm modifying my view. I'm modifying the line until I reach something that is that makes sense. Okay, so this is how I want to view the space. I can see everything. I can see the setting now, it's a bit better. I can see the sofas, and then I'm moving back. Now we'll fix this part, and then we'll move here up to the stair. So you can see that when I'm going up, you can see that I'm reaching the ceiling almost and then coming down. So this again we need to fix. So you understood, I think, the part that about this part, how to modify this line. So let's just move to the stairs. So in the top view, I will select this point, and then I will go to the front view, or sorry, to the left view. And then you can see here that we have this curve that makes the camera go up. So when you move the camera here, let's move it up. You can see that here it's turning, and then it is turning up to the ceiling as we've seen before. So what I will do in this case, I will just move this. Let me just select this one until the camera is fine for you. Okay, so let's try this, and this will make it lower. Okay, so let's try making it smoother. So now let's go back. Again, we need to change something in this camera or this point. So Bezier. Okay, I need to hide some things, but let's go to the camera first and check what happened. So as you can see, this didn't fix the problem. So I need to make it smoother. You can see that here it is better on this side, but then at the front it's not okay. So we need to move it from a lot of sides, not only from the left view. So I'll just go to the left view, make sure that it is okay. Maybe we need to lower it a little bit. So maybe I can keep it as, for example, minus 15, which will make it 150. Okay, and then I need to, let me just close the line for a minute and hide this one. Okay, so now I'll go back to vertex. I need to select this vertex, go back to the left view, and make sure that the camera is okay. So I'll just bring the camera back to see how can I make it smoother. So yeah, these are the handles. I just need to view them. Okay, so this is the handle. Maybe if I make the handle a bit smaller, or I can move it, sorry, this way. Yeah, this way. So this would make it a bit smoother. Okay, so now it's moving up, but then it again, I have a bigger part here. So this part again I need to modify. So I will select this one and then change this. Maybe this would be better. So let's see it. Of course, because the line is stopping here, this would affect it. After when we add something, it would be more smooth. So now the camera is going up normally, and that's it. So let's check it from the perspective again. So now it's going up and then it's coming straight. Okay, we will modify this when we add the first floor, then we will modify this part, but for now this part is fine. Until here it's fine. Then we need to change this one. Again, we will not just move the lines or change the lines from the left view only. We need to go to the front view as well and make sure that we can change them. So for example, I can bring this here, which will make it, let's go back to the top view. I think this would change this side, and then from here I need to change this part as well. Okay, for some reason it's not selecting. Let me just try this. So I will just create a box real quickly and delete it. Now let's go back one and select this. Okay. Sorry about this. I think, yeah, now it's better. So maybe if I move this one this way, it will be better. And I need to make it even smaller, and the line here is not okay. So let's say this side. Okay, so this is from the top. Let's see it from the left view. I think it might be okay. From the front view, the line is okay. Yeah, it is better than before. We might need just to make sure that it is this way. Okay, so it is straight. Now let's check the camera. Let's go back to the beginning and check it. So this is the interior. So now we're going inside. We've already fixed this part, and then we've reached here. We've went around this room. Here we're seeing the space, and then we're going up. So it is a bit better, but then for this part we said we'll fix it when we do the first floor line. So let's go to the front. I just want to make sure that the line here is okay, but we will fix it from the front. So what I will do for now, I'll just move this way, which will make it a bit better. So let's go back to interior, check if it's better. Yeah, I think it's better now. Yeah, so I'm going here, and that's it. So now we will start with the first floor, and let's see what will happen. I will stop the video here. I will share with you a second video. I'll make them two parts so I can upload them on YouTube. It would be easier for me. So I will stop now, and I will upload the second part after this.